So right now this you're going to solve these problems. X square minus 6x equal to 16. So we just have to see if you can solve this equation using the normal method of alpha beta, which we have already solved. Then it's going to be easier. So you don't have to apply that formula minus b plus I minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a all the time. That is going to complicate. Unless otherwise it is a complicated equation, you don't have to use that. So you can just go for this direct solving. So direct solving, you know that you have seen that this is like alpha beta, and this particular part is nothing but alpha plus beta, and of course the negative sign is there. Okay, so here alpha beta is 16 minus 16. That is what is alpha beta. So what you have to do here is try to find the factors of this 16. So you can see that the factors of 16 can be like 1 and 16, or it can be 2 and 8, or it can be 4 and 4. And also this is negative sign. So you know that the product of the two should be alpha beta, but of course if there is a negative sign here, so in that case you have to have one of them as negative. So it's going to be like either 1 into minus 16 or minus 1 into 16. And now you have to see for this alpha beta. And because of this negative sign, you know that one of them, like either alpha or beta, is going to be negative. Either this is negative, this is positive, or this is positive, this is negative. So in the second case, the coefficient of x, when you're going to have alpha plus beta, obviously one is going to be in plus, the other is going to be negative. We don't know which is the negative one, but instead of adding, we are going to subtract. So that value should be 6. So we're going to see which two difference is going to give you 6. So difference here is 15, here it is 6, here it is 0. Therefore, this will be the answer. So what I know that you have just seen that alpha into beta is equal to some of the factors or product of the two factors. And because of the negative sign, one of them is negative. So when you add alpha plus beta, definitely is going to be the difference of the two. And accordingly, we are just fixing the values. Now write down this. You just have to have this in terms of alpha beta x plus alpha and x plus beta equal to 0. And now the two values which you have selected is 2 and 8. Write down this 2 and 8. After writing this 2 and 8, this is negative. So you know that by taking these two, one of them has to be negative, one of them has to be positive as per whatever I said here. Which one to be negative? As this is negative, the larger value is always going to follow the same sign. So that is going to be negative and this is going to be positive. Therefore, your x value is nothing but 8 or minus 2. These are the two values you have. So next is a word problem. Let us solve this. Given that a person bought a certain number of oranges for rupees 70, if the price of each orange was rupees 2 less, he would have bought 4 more oranges for the same amount. Find the number of oranges he bought originally. So what we can do is we can consider the quantity here, the number of oranges purchased, the quantity as Q. Let us consider the quantity as Q and the price as P. And now, given that he has purchased a Q for the price P, Q number of oranges for the price P, and that is nothing but 70. That's a given data. But the next sentence says that if the price reduces by 2. So let me consider this. If the price reduces by 2 is like P minus 2. Okay. And now he purchases 4 more oranges if the price reduces by 2. So that's nothing but Q plus 4. So now this is nothing but the total price for the same amount. The same amount is nothing but here it's given as QP is equal to 70. But instead of writing 70, I just want to write this QP here. Why QP? Because in the left hand side you have in terms of QP. So it's better to have it in the same term here. And now you just multiply this, you'll have QP minus 2Q plus 4P minus 8 equal to QP. Now you can see that these two are same, so you can cancel it. And also you can remove the negative terms here. Also you can divide by 2 here. So when I remove all that, then it's going to be Q. I'm just dividing the minus 2 here. Plus, oh sorry, this becomes negative. Minus 2p, because minus 2 I'm dividing by. Minus will become plus now, so 4p. Sorry, 4 equals to 0. I am just dividing the entire equation by minus 2. That's it. And now that you have q and p, we need to replace any one of them in terms of the other one, because for the quadratic equation, we need to have only x or y. We can't have both together. So what you can do is, they have asked for the number of oranges. So we need q. So we have to eliminate p. So what you can do is that p value you can just eliminate by substituting this p value as 70 by q from this equation. Now do it. Q minus 2 and p is 70 by q, and 4 equal to 0. Multiply through it into q. So this becomes q square minus 140 plus 4q equal to 0. And interchange and write it in a proper way. Bring this 4q this side, minus 140 equal to 0. So you have this equation now. Now you can solve it using this alpha beta concept. So you have minus 140, which is nothing but alpha beta, and find the factors. As this is negative, the middle term, that is alpha plus beta, should be a difference of the two values, and the difference should be 4. So if I take 1 and 140, you can see that the difference is too high, 139. So I need to bring the two values very close by so that the difference is very small. So what I can do is, I can go for 270, 35 into 4, or I can go for one of the values which I can write as 10 and 14, but the 4 is a difference. Yes, this is the value. So 10 and 14. So when you have 10 and 14, the difference is 4. So we will have these two values as 10 and 14, and obviously one has to be negative. So write down this q, and also write these two values 10 and 14. And now that this is positive, the larger number will have positive, and the smaller number will have negative. So from this, I can say that q is equal to 10. So q is equal to 10 will definitely match here, because we just have to check that. See, when you have q is equal to 10, what should be your price? So when q is equal to 10, you know that the price has to be 7. Price will be 7, because qp is equal to 70. So when he says that the price reduces by 2, so when you make it as 5, then this increases by 4. So it becomes 14. So in that case also this is 70. So therefore our answer is correct.